It's Retro News Friday, and there is a He-Man documentary that's in the works that claims to be the definitive history of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Also, it looks like the baseball field from the movie Field of Dreams is going to be used in a real Major League Baseball game next year. And there is a lot more retro news that we have to talk about, so don't turn that dial. What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, your nostalgia channel where we talk about current news that relates to all things retro. And today we're going to start off with some retro news that is both sports and movie related. There is a 1989 fantasy drama sports movie called Field of Dreams where Kevin Costner plays a farmer where he hears voices that are telling him to build a baseball field on his farm. The movie, it's a lot more interesting than that, but you'll just have to trust me when I say it's worth watching. Anyway, the cool news is actually that on August 13, 2020, the iconic Field of Dreams location where the actual field for the movie was shot, it's going to be hosting Major League Baseball. This is nothing like a movie screening or a theme night at a park. This is a huge deal. And they're actually going to be building a stadium right next to the original one that's going to have 8,000 seats, and there's going to be a path that's going to be connecting them. And the design of this new park is going to take inspiration from Chicago's Comiskey Park, and it's going to be considered a home game for the White Sox when they take on the New York Yankees. And then if you remember from the movie, all of the old players from the 1919 Black Sox scandal, they came through the field through this cornfield and came onto the ballpark. And according to MovieWeb.com, they're planning on doing that same thing for this game where the players are going to make their entrance right through a cornfield. So I think that's really cool that they're doing that. I really do like this idea. For one, it's going to get movie lovers interested in watching a baseball game, which could definitely use the exposure right now. And two, if you are a baseball fan, this is something that has never been done before and should make for some really good ball game entertainment. I'm most interested in finding out how they're going to be doing the ticketing for this event. With only 8,000 seats, there has to be some kind of lottery or something that they're going to do. If not, these tickets are going to be really expensive to get. I'd love to see the field where Field of Dreams was made, and watching that game on top of that would be pretty dope. It sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and if I were going to go to one game in 2020, this would be the one, even though I'm a Rangers fan. And then next up, a very popular 80s cartoon, and one of the earliest ones that I remember, is getting a DVD release for a in-depth documentary about He-Man, and it's going to be coming out in September. The Power of Grayskull, the definitive history of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, chronicles the beginning and blockbuster success of the 80s toy sensation He-Man in a 95-minute documentary that goes into the history and the secrets of the toy and world of Eternia. If you didn't get to see the documentary when it first came out or on Netflix, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty good one to own. And this is a great film for anybody that loves the He-Man franchise. And just so you know, the Power of Grayskull, it's going to be available on September 3rd on DVD and digital from High Octane Pictures, so keep an eye out. And then Disney just announced that they are planning on remaking Home Alone. And there's really not much news on this right now, but there's a funny Macaulay Culkin picture that he posted that he says is an updated version of what Home Alone would look like. Also, we're finally seeing some more news roll in on Coming to America 2. One person that I was really hoping to come back for part 2, James Earl Jones, it looks like he's going to be back to reprise his role as King Joffrey. It's also been announced that Leslie Jones and Wesley Snipes are going to be having roles in this movie too. So it looks like a great cast is actually coming together. And I'm really hopeful that this movie does well, and I can't wait to see it. And then just so you know, Ghostbusters 2020 is in production, and there's been some footage of the Ecto-1 on set, and it looks pretty beat up. Oh, and check down below for the link to the newest trailer for the new Addams Family movie that's coming out October 11th. Then I do want to say, if you're into retro and nostalgia stuff, please consider subscribing to the channel and check out the next video that is right over there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.